Buenos días y bienvenido a Good Luck con Gino. Soy su presentador, Gino el Fantasma, y están viendo el podcast que más rápido está creciendo en el mundo. Welcome to Good Luck. I'm your host, Gino the Ghost, and that was in Spanish. You're watching episode 140 of the fastest growing podcast in the world. If you're locked in on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit that like button, save it to your device, send it to a loved one. Make sure you're subscribed. Send it to an arch nemesis. And then head on over to YouTube because you should be watching on YouTube. Isn't that right, Gengar? Isn't that right, baby Gengar? And you should be watching on YouTube because, yes, that's where I make the most money. If you're watching on YouTube like you should be, tap that like button, smash the fuck out of that subscribe button, and grease up that comment by leaving a comment. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment because you're an oil man and I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. And I'm running on 2 hours of sleep because I don't stop working. I don't stop. I got a call from MrBeast. I'm getting ready. I'm planning my Super Bowl. What am I doing for the Super Bowl? Whose house am I going to? Am I going to a party? I get a call from the MrBeast team. And they go, we got to talk about Boy Throb. Before we talk about Bad Bunny's halftime performance, we have to talk about an equally important performance on this show. Boy Throb, the fastest growing boy band in the world, on the heels of their viral national anthem performance at the LA Kings game. Just broke the internet again. If you follow me, and you saw my story, you saw that MrBeast flew us out to San Francisco for his record-breaking live stream before the Super Bowl and had the boys perform the national anthem and their debut single, Finger, in front of 600,000 people. Among me, my dear friend Gary V. Logan Paul was there. Cam Newton was there. Haley Bailey was there. And more. Got to meet all these people, introduce them to the boys. They're all giant Boy Throb fans. We had a huge viral moment on the show. And you know what? We had a fucking blast. I'm rocking the Boy Throb suit today as the manager. You know, I got the manager gold velour suit on. And just, if you're wondering like, wow, you know, this happened all pretty quick, Gino. What's going on? Yeah, that's how I do it. I saw something in these boys. I said, I'm going to take these guys to the Grammys. I'm going to manage these guys. We're going to go win a Grammy. And we're off to the races. Some people don't get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. And that's a you problem, right? So I would like to have a quick moment of silence for the ops, especially you, Jay French. Okay, thank you. Can't stop the throb. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. It just happened. What a shitty game. I mean, that game sucked ass, huh? And we knew it would suck because the Patriots had no business being there. They're a bad team. I don't really talk sports too much on this show, but you guys know I know ball. I'm a real ball knower. I could probably have a whole second podcast where I talk ball. But we got a lot of really important things to cover on this show, so I don't have time to get into the intricacies of sports. However, just a dog shit game. Should have been my Detroit Lions there. Next year's the year. Congrats to the Seahawks. I got some friends from Seattle, but, you know, it's fuck the Seahawks. No one wants to talk about the Super Bowl. Everybody wants to talk about the halftime show. That's what we're going to talk about. That's right. Bad Bunny, the cross-dressing liberal gay halftime show. The anti-American liberal gay halftime show. Meanwhile, it's just Bad Bunny surrounded by the most beautiful woman on earth dancing. Meanwhile, it's just the fucking coolest show, and it's just a bunch of hot girls everywhere. And MAGA, who was just terrified of bad bitches, was disgusted. They shudder at the thought of a Latina dancing salsa. They shudder at a 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. They don't know how to do that. They can't hit that. The performance was increíble and featured some of the coolest set design I've seen in a while. It brought out Lady Gaga, plenty of just cool cameos. Ricky Martin, my friend Ricky Martin was there. Jessica Alba was there, who's not my friend, but I wish she was. Just a lot of really, I mean, it was such a fucking incredible performance. And the ending message, he didn't do some crazy anti-American, everyone was like, is he going to burn the flag? Is he going to have a giant fuck ice thing? No. The ending message was, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. And on a football, he held it to the camera, even though the cameraman somehow didn't get an in-focus shot. Blew it! It said, together, we are America. And what a unifying message. What about this is anti-American? What about that show was anti-American? Other than the fact that he's speaking Spanish. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Anybody that tells you that this was not an American halftime show is not a real American in my eyes. You're just a xenophobic loser with poor taste. He killed it, dude. And, you know, again, it was an incredibly American, patriotic performance. The music was incredible. The only inappropriate part of the halftime show was when Bad Bunny sang, and let me translate it because it was in Spanish. He sang, young ladies, I like them underage. They say it's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. Oh, no, wait, those are Kid Rock lyrics. Oh, shit, sorry. Those are Kid Rock lyrics. Which leads us to the Turning Point USA halftime show. To boycott the Latino Super Bowl halftime show, Turning Point USA hosted the All-American halftime show, starring Kid Rock and a cast of Z-listers, including Brantley Gilbert, Gabby Barrett, Lee Bryce, which sounds like three made-up names just rearranged to create each other. Sounds like they just chat GPT'd three names and then used them all as like, they're just like, well, let's put this name here and then that name. And then, well, we can just Brantley Gilbert and Gabby Barrett is just the same. I don't think they're even real people. Meanwhile, Tom McDonald is so ass that he couldn't even book this gig. I'm sorry, can I take one moment out of the Turning Point USA halftime show to make fun of Tom McDonald because he just dropped a new song and it's one of my favorite things to do. Here's this fucking audio abortion.
Hey, if watching men in dresses who can't speak English sing songs you can't understand is appealing to you, you're probably a liberal watching the Super Bowl. Which is perfect, because if you're a liberal, I wrote a song for you. It's called Pray for the Left.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, then they celebrated after they killed him. They tried to tell us that Black Lives Matter and that white people have always been villains. They burning flags in the streets and they scream at police, taking illegals to prison. They got rainbows on their bedroom walls and they swear to God that men can be women. They're scrolling through their TikToks.
God, dude. Tom McDonald, if you're watching this, I will literally pay you to stop making music. Name the number. I'm sure I can crowdsource it. We can launch a Kickstarter. How much money would it take? How much? What's the number? Dude, what's up with shitty white rappers just pivoting to like acoustic guitar, 2000s garbage pop punk? This song fucking sucks. Death Cab for Eardrums, you know? All American reject. Literally. Because you're not American, Tom. You're Canadian. You're rejected. Bad Bunny is more American than you. He's a citizen. You're a Canadian, Tom. Embarrassing. Grifting on top of the grift because you weren't asked to perform at the Grifter Bowl. You got to step up the grift, brother. You didn't even make the playoffs of right-wing pandering. Anyway, back to the All-American halftime show. Unfortunately, Klanchella got off to a rocky start. They tweeted, update, due to licensing restrictions, we are unable to stream the All-American Halftime Show on X. Yeah, even Elon didn't want to listen to this bullshit. Even Elon couldn't fake the funk. So anyway, here's how the show started with this patriotic number. Here we go. Those little baby ass sparklers, those tiny ass pyrotechnics in the background. Shit hit like sparklers at a barbecue. They couldn't have at least brought out the Erica Kirks. Pyrotechnics sound like a fucking light bulb popped. Sound like somebody passed gas. Guy's just fucking shredding on a fucking. $200 people in attendance. The fucking paid background actors from The Price is Right in attendance. From LA casting. Anyway, first up, Brantley Gilbert or Bryce Garrett or Barrett Grantley or Grant whatever. Anyway, here he is. Here he is.
Welcome to the All-American Halftime Show. Let's get to it. This is real American.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Now those are some fucking pyrotechnics, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
Welcome to the land of the free, the home of the brave. We do it freestyle, you and me style, like it did in the good old days. For the heroes overseas and the heroes on down home. To all the big cities, all the small towns, let's crank it up and get it on. We fly and red, white, blue, high, waving all across the land. We got them good times on us, no worries on the can. Everything's made in the USA. Hand on your heart when the song gets played. When the gloves come on, you find out where you stand. It's real American.
Real American! Dude, what am I doing, dude? I should just be doing this. This would be so easy. Are you kidding me? When the Cowboys call and the beer comes through and the red, white, and the red, white, and blue and the cops come down and the illegals too. Yeah, it's the red, white, and blue. Pyrotechnics, fucking. It's American Highway. Do it American my way. When the Cowboys call. Holy shit, this is ass. Oh, Brantley. You suck. Dude, sounds like a Jay French type beat, huh? Don't call me white no more. Call me American. Dude, why isn't Jay French performing here? Somebody get Jay French's booking agent on the phone now. When the Cowboys call. I don't think he says that, but why do I feel like that's what he's singing?
Welcome to the All-American Halftime Show.
Yeah,
let's get to it.
Let's get to
this is real American.
This is real American. Brantley's rocking the Louis V jacket, though. Kind of tough, I can't lie. The jacket's fucking sick. Very off-brand for this kind of a concert, I feel like. Yeah, this is so sick. The riff is tight.
Welcome to the land of the free, the home of the brave.
Dude, I'm just imagining the writing session for this song. He's just like, welcome to the land, welcome to the land of the free, you know, just going through old, like old American, like patriotic songs. Just like, all right, let's repurpose this over a fucking sick guitar riff. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. So yeah. So Brantley Gilbert fucking tears it down with a couple of numbers like that. And then of course we got the main act. We got Uncle Kid Rock. Uh-oh. Kid Rock. Hey, I think the pre-recorded track is off because it looks like you're lip syncing and it's not in sync with the music playing in your in-ears. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. An absolute disaster. Oh, a pre-recorded track and he's just Kid Rock from Motown to Myrtle Beach. Bro looks washed. Unk is chopped. Unk is chopped and washed, dude. Kid Rock, what happened? This is music for people that drink hot dog water. This is music for divorced dads that tongue kiss strippers and show up drunk to their son's Little League baseball game and get a little too wordy with the umpire, who's like 17, by the way. Look at Kid Rock rocking out in the Tim Robinson fedora and short jorts. Who styled him? Nobody. We know the answer to that question. He did. Owning libs in a pair of Daisy Dukes. Look at him jumping around. Time for bed, Grandpa. Look at this fucking set, too. Stage design looks like a UAE wrestling match. I mean, this is horrible, dude. Imagine hating Latinos so much that you have to pretend that this is good music. I'm telling you, the Venn diagram for racists and people that watched Kid Rock instead of Bad Bunny is a circle. Well, for the Cowboys call in the USA. In the underage girls in the Powder Bay. Yeah, that was not a joke. Kid Rock just literally has a song where he's just like talking about fucking statutory rape being sick. How did that slide? What were you guys letting? Hey, if you're over 40 and you watch the show, what were you guys doing back then? We were just letting that slide? Rick Ross dropped a song that was like, popped Molly, she ain't even know it, and we almost canceled him. Kid Rock was like, I like girls that are 15. In fact, it's mandatory. What the fuck? Fuck that guy. Anyway, Detroit does not claim him. Okay. I know that was already a little political, right? But the next segment gets a little more political, and you guys know I don't like to get political. That's not really my job. However, as a part of this show, we do have a segment that's the most trusted source of news. You think of the mainstream media. You think of all the AI slop out there, the misleading headlines. There's really only one place you can go to get the real news. And that, of course, is GNN. Welcome to GNN, your leading source of news, politics, and this week, racism and more Epstein shit. And now, your host, Gino Bory. Welcome to GNN. I'm your host, Gino Bory, and this is the news. So, to kick off Black History Month, Donald Trump decided to post a video depicting Barack and Michelle Obama as monkeys on Truth Social, which is basically just Coco Melon for your racist in-laws. Now, every day I open the internet to another horror beyond comprehension. Every day I open the X app first to discover a new low, to discover that the previous low has a basement. And under that, a crawl space. And below that, another basement. This video, which I don't really need to show. You've probably seen it. I'll just put a photo below of the still that has everybody up in arms, rightfully. This would get any other American fired from their job. Any other world leader would be finished. Except for this one. Except for ours, who never faces any consequences ever. I was so shocked by this because, there's a lot of dog whistling. There's a lot of coded language. The policy is racist. But this was so just blatant, brazen, 4chan-y. I mean, this is just like a racist thing. It was just a blatantly, shockingly racist video. And of course, no accountability, no apology. They just deleted it. But not surprisingly is that, God forbid, MAGA just go, whoa, that was fucked. Hey, wait, that was fucked up. Oops, that was a mistake. They have to just defend it. They have to pretend, they have to adjust the chip in their brain to algorithmically convince themselves that this wasn't racist. You can't depict black people as monkeys. You know that. You know that. Surely you know that. Even if you are a racist, you know that's racist. That's the thing. If you're a racist, you know that's racist. And you go, haha, yeah, sick. That's racist. Tight. Not even doing that. You're just pretending it's not racist. You're lying to yourself. And worse, you're lying to me. And you're gaslighting me. And you're trying to tell me that I'm wrong? You're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. You're trying to tell me that I'm wrong, which we know isn't right. Because I'm not wrong. If you don't condemn this or admit that it's racist, you're either a racist, in denial, or a coward. Speaking of which, a racist, in denial. Here's Donald Trump talking about this.
I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud. And I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they'd look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't. And they posted, and we took it down, and we did it.
Yeah. So, again, no accountability, no apology, just a tiny, tiny man. And Trump, I think, is telling the truth. He didn't see it. Because of course he didn't see it. Of course he doesn't look at the things that are posted on his page often, I'm sure. Of course he doesn't read the things that he signs. He doesn't, he's an auto pen president. Isn't he? I don't know. Do you feel better knowing that the president doesn't even look at what's being posted to his account? Does that make you feel better? I think I would prefer that he just posted that and thought it was funny and is just in poor taste and is just classless and tasteless and racist. I would prefer that to, I don't know, somebody posted it on my page. I didn't watch the whole thing. You're the fucking leader of the free world, dude. Look at it. I mean, Jesus Christ. And then Caroline Levitt, who has no spine.
Well, look, Laura, it was a meme that was posted by a staffer on the president's Truth Social account. It was from a Lion King video depicting, as you pointed out, different Democrats as different animals. I think Kamala Harris was depicted as a turtle in this video meme. The president did take it down. He spoke with lawmakers today out of respect for them, including Senator Tim Scott. The post was removed. But leave it to the leftist media, of course, to talk about this all day, rather than talk about the fact that the Dow has broken over 50,000 points for the first time in our nation's history.
Of course, of course. Look, Laura, of course the leftist media is going to make a big deal out of the president sharing a racist AI slop video of the black president and his wife depicted as gorillas. It was just a Lion King meme. Why are we talking about the stock market? I don't know, Carolyn, because what the fuck does this have to do with the stock market, Caroline? Don't you dare fucking gaslight me. Well, look, Laura, it's just from a Lion King meme. You can't just slap the word meme on something to pass it off as no big deal. This isn't a meme. You don't know what a meme is. Leave it to the fucking boomers to try to redefine what a meme is into just some amalgamous. That's not a meme. It's a shitty, dumb video. Fucking spilling my unbranded water. How, God, that's good unbranded water. How does Caroline Levitt sleep at night? I think Trump could murder her family in front of her. Just take her children in front of her, execute them. And this evil doorknob would still get on TV and gaslight me with the Botox combated smile. Well, look, Laura, of course the leftist media is trying to make a big deal out of my family getting murdered. But, why are we talking about the Dow Jones after, by the way, crashing a couple days ago? Why are we talking about crypto up 100% after crashing 200% and fucking Gino's bags? Why are we talking about that? Why are we talking about Gino's portfolio, which is in shambles right now? Why are we talking about that? Okay, everything's fine. Oh, Epstein's still alive. Did you say that, Gengar? Who said that? Baby Gengar, was that you? Pikachu? You said Epstein's still alive? A lot of explosive information has come out of the recent Epstein files. Donald Trump's name was mentioned 30,000 times, and that's kind of what everybody was talking about. But then somebody realized, oh wait, here's the weird thing in here. A statement announcing Jeffrey Epstein's death from the U.S. Attorney's Office said that Epstein killed himself and was found dead in his cell. The thing is, it was dated the day before he was dead. Yeah, so let me spell that out for you. A statement announcing Jeffrey Epstein's death from the U.S. Attorney's Office was dated the day before he killed himself. August 9th. And Epstein was found dead on August 10th. Oopsies! I don't know. Maybe it was just an educated guess. Maybe it was just a typo. They could have had the date wrong. Guards asleep, cameras off, footage doctored, paperwork prepared. It could have just been a clerical error. You guys know that I don't really put the tin hat on a lot. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But, come on. look, this could be a clerical error, but come on, right? You read these emails and it's like, nobody emailed more than this. This guy emailed everything to him. How many fucking emails does this guy have? This guy was just emailing everything. It's like if you emailed every photo somebody sent to you, to yourself. So then this thing's there's two things that went around this week. One was like a photo of a guy that looked like Jeffrey Epstein in Tel Aviv, like surrounded by Mossad with like a beard. And that was fake, guys. That's AI. If Jeffrey Epstein is alive, he wouldn't be walking around Tel Aviv with fucking Mossad agents just in the middle of the street with a beard. Nobody will recognize him. He's got glasses and a beard on. It'll be fine. No one will recognize him. You fucking idiots. Of course it's not him. And then there was something going around where his Fortnite account was active after he was dead. They like found in the Epstein email that he bought V-Bucks or something, and they found his Fortnite account. And then somebody saw that he was like a silver medal in like a recent season of Fortnite or something. So everyone was like, oh my God, did we find out Jeffrey Epstein is alive through Fortnite? But no. Reports that his Fortnite account were active after his death were debunked when it was revealed his account was just hacked. Although it would be very on brand for Epstein to ask, where are we dropping, boys? To a bunch of teenagers on an island. Yeah, it was a dark joke. It was a good joke. It was a good joke. It was really dark, but it was a good joke. We're not going to cut that. We're keeping that in. Look, last thing on the Epstein files for today. Senator Massey and other members of Congress are threatening to share all of the redacted names with the public if the DOJ doesn't. Because they're just, again, they're not protecting the names of victims only. They're mainly protecting the names of the people that are committing the crimes. They're mainly redacting the names of the people who are like talking about having sex with infants and killing people and other things. And so it's like, why are we redacting those things? Oh, right, because we're protecting those people. And because there'll be a huge fallout. But guess what? Actions have consequences. For example, going to Pedo Island and having sex and killing children. Sorry, you should probably face the music. Yeah? And apparently, some people don't think so. And a large portion of this country supports those people. And that just has me a little confused. But that's going to conclude GNN. I'd like to get a little bit lighter to end the episode with everyone's favorite segment. And that, of course, is the FOH HOF, the Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame.
Everything he touched go crazy. Crypto pumpkin, baby. LA to Vegas, catch him in your city, better hide your main bitch. Good luck, baby. Good luck, baby. Good luck, baby. Show about to start soon. Good luck, baby.
Welcome back to the FOH HOF, the Fuck Outta Here Hall of Fame. Our first inductee this week is she's been here before. She's a frequent Fuck Outta Here Hall of Famer. And that, of course, is Candace Owens, who, well, she's not taking the death of Charlie Kirk very well.
Charlie and I spoke a lot about his third eye. That's why that sentence caught my attention in the article. He spoke about the street lamps that would go off when he would run, about the special school that he had to go to. We spoke about a lot of the things that were strange in our childhood, the testing that both of us had to endure. We spoke about the fact that we could both astral project. You know all of this, of course. You have his phone. And how surprised we were when we learned that not everybody does that naturally. Sleep paralysis, you name it. We had conversations about it.
Yeah. The right is so broken that Candace Owens is evangelizing Charlie Kirk as an X-Men character now. She's going through it, yeah. Well, me and Charlie, when we went to Xavier's School of Gifted Youngsters, and me and Charlie would frequently talk about that. Attending the school, attending this school where Vecna and 11, you know, were trained on by the U.S. government, you know, and could turn lights on with our minds, with our brains, you know. Yeah, the government killed Charlie because he had powers like 11 in Stranger Things. Charlie was a Palladian starseed, and he's not from this planet, and we used to astral project, and I was just so shocked to find out that everybody doesn't do that. You don't astral project? Huh. That's strange. Me and Charlie used to always astral project. Between Erica's WWE rallies and Candace Owens' L. Ron Hubbard lore, the post-mortem tour has been electric for the late, great Charlie Kirk. Man, Candace, huh? Charlie Kirk had her dignitized, didn't he? She was in love with this dude, man. She sounds like a crazy psycho ex. She went from regular crazy to profoundly batshit with this whole thing. The Candace Owens Erica Kirk love triangle is extremely obtuse. It's like, it's a tough one. Candace Owens like keeps accusing Erica Kirk of murdering him, and then she's like, I had a great conversation with Erica, and it was a very productive conversation, and we're going to just preserve Charlie's legacy. And then like the next day she's like, if you knew where Erica Kirk was on the 8th, 9th, or 10th of August, send me any information you have. I think I've connected the dots of Israel and Erica Kirk and the assassin. It's like, dude, what the fuck? I wouldn't fuck with Erica Kirk. Dude, if I ever meet Erica Kirk, hi, Erica, great to meet you. I'm about to be fake as fuck if I meet Erica Kirk. You kidding me? Oh my God, so great to meet you, Erica. Hi. Just like that. No chance. I'm about to be fake as fuck, boy. Oh my God, dude. Oh, big fan. Hi. Love Charlie. Thinking of keeping you in my prayers. Keeping you and your family in my prayers. About to be fake as fuck, boy. Next video. In honor of Super Bowl Sunday, it's only fitting that I introduce a new sport that's come across my desk called Run Nation. Here we go. Oh my God. Yes, my new favorite sport, attempted murder ball. This is like an adult Oklahoma drill? How do you win this game? Whoever isn't a vegetable takes home the prize? This is insane. What the It doesn't get more American than this. Fuck yeah, dude. Bring back Gladiator. Can I be Joaquin Phoenix of Run Nation? Nothing like playing chicken with a 300-pound Samoan dude. Quick story time. In college, I went to Western Michigan, and we had like a stable of Samoan offensive and defensive linemen, just these huge fucking Samoan dudes that went to my school. And one night, we went to the football house for a party, and I was with my roommate, Will, who was drunk. We used to drink a lot of Hennessy. And if you know anything about Hennessy, it's a bit of a violent liquor. You get a little hot, yeah. And I don't know how this happened, but before I know it, Will is about to get in a fight with the fucking entire football team on their balcony. And when I tell you it was me and Will versus 6 Samoan guys, just the biggest, just arms were thighs, you know? And I'm like, Will, we need to go. I could fight. I used to get in a lot of fights, but this was not about to be a fight. This is about to be Run Nation, except to my face. Will, this is not a battle we should be taking right now. You're gonna get me fucking killed. We ended up getting out of there. But dude, Samoan dudes, man. They're big guys. It's basically Panay Sewell. This is crazy. I got to watch this one more time. I literally feel like I'm watching somebody try to kill somebody else. These guys are just both like dead. I think this guy is dead. They got like 5 doctors that rushed. Who's paying for this? This is crazy. Every Sunday on CTESPN2, Murder Ball, late stage capitalism athletics. We're 1 year away from 2 people driving a car at each other full speed and just seeing who survives. No airbags. Just literally. I hope I didn't give Dana White any ideas. Dana White, if you run that idea, I need 10%. All right. Last video. I mean, that's insane. It's been a while since I made fun of an entrepreneur, bro. And by a while, maybe 2 weeks. This is brought to us by the Andy Elliott School of Douchebags. Here we go.
All right, everybody, let's go! I personally think we got as much energy as the Elliott group. They're all upstairs working right now. Let's make them hear us. What do you guys think? Yeah! You think we got enough energy? Let's go!
So embarrassing.
Get on up here, man. Let's go. You ready? Fucking bring us out, bud. Let's go. I am an elite sales warrior. Destroy my competition. Anybody can close anybody, anytime, any place. I believe I can close anybody, anytime, any place. Success trains, fill your complaints. I have no ego. No entitlement. I treat objections like complaints. I dress and walk and talk like a warrior. I'm ready for war. Let's go. Let it go.
Ponzi scheme on 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what the bottom of the Andy Elliott pyramid looks like, huh? Hey, guys. I'm not buying your course. Hey, come here. That was cute. I'm not buying your course. I love that they end each pyramid scheme meeting with a group humiliation ritual. With a chant, a team building exercise. Why do insurance salesmen always act like they're in Braveheart? These guys cosplay as soldiers in 300 going into battle, but all they're doing is just going door to door trying to sell solar. This motherfucker thinks he's King Leonidas. This is solar! I have no ego. I have no shame. Oh my God. These guys are all making like fucking $37 a day, So tough. Take a sip of this unbranded water. I could keep going in on them, but I haven't slept in literally like 2 days. Rockstar lifestyle might not make it. Rockstar lifestyle might not make it. Party. It's just PJ to PJ. This is my life now as the manager of Boy Throb. 1 minute I'm winning Grammys. The next minute I'm on stream with MrBeast. I'm on stream with Logan Paul and MrBeast. America's finest. Two of America's finest entrepreneurs. What can I say? And we're just getting started. Guys, we got if you thought this week was fun for Boy Throb and me, we got something very special coming next week. On Tuesday, I think the podcast drops. I did a huge podcast. And let's just say let's just say I had a bit of a moment. Let's just say the host pissed me off. The very famous host pissed me off. Let's just say that. And this is a Good Luck with Gino exclusive. You know, only you guys are getting this privy to this information. That's going to do it for this week's episode, guys. Congrats to the Seattle Seahawks, but the Detroit Lions are 0-0. We'll see you next season. Yeah, it's our year next year. I want to thank you for tuning into this week's episode. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, hit the like button, save it to your device, give it a 5-star review, send it to a loved one or an arch nemesis, and then head on over to YouTube and watch it again, because you should be watching on YouTube. Isn't that right, Gengar? Isn't that right, baby Gengar? If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to tap that like button ever so delicately, like the pyrotechnics at the Turning Point USA halftime show. Just like that. And then you're going to smash the fuck out of that subscribe button, like the pyrotechnics at the Charlie Kirk Memorial when Erica Kirk walked out. And then you're going to grease up that algorithm by leaving a comment, because naturally, you're an oil man. Well, I'm an oil man, and this is my son, HW. And I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you, Beyonce, for giving me the opportunity to have this show. I want to thank my ops. I want to thank Jay French for giving me the motivation to continue to make them nauseous. And until next week, as the world continues to crumble beneath our feet, good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show that you gotta know.
What's the name of that show? Buena Suerte con Gino.
It's gonna get you moving, get you in the zone. Good luck, good vibes, good times. With Gino by your side, you'll be feeling fine. Every week, he's gonna bring the hype. Woo! So come on, let's go tune in online.
Turning Point Pyrotechnics.